Okay. So as discussed, we are going to start Selenium today. So if anybody has not done installation yesterday and facing any issues, okay, we are going to see and resolve the issues, okay, after the class. That is after 1 hour from now. We're going to stop the class, and then we start helping everyone. Don't worry, I'll take the control of the laptop and I help everyone. Okay. If you are not able to do the installation, any issues, please focus on the today's class. Okay. Try to understand today's class, because don't focus on if it is not installed or any issues, don't bother. Okay. Because if you focus on installation part, so you'll miss the today's class. So today's class is important. Okay. Whoever has already done that, okay, not an issue. Whoever not done that, I'll help them. Don't worry. After the class, I'm ready to help. Okay. So let's start. Today we're going to start with the Selenium WebDriver. We are going to create a first program. Okay. So before we go and create a first program, yesterday we have installed Selenium Java 2.44.0, right? The jar files we installed yesterday. We extracted the jar files. So what I have to do first? First, I have to create one Java project. I'm showing the desktop. Focus on it. Don't try in your laptop. First, see what I'm doing. So because this video I'm going to share with everyone, you can also try on your own. Okay. And if you're facing an issue, you can let me know. Okay. Let's see. So what I'm doing now, I'm opening Eclipse. See. Let's close everything. So I'm opened Eclipse. Okay. I'm going to change the workspace. As everybody knows, I am working on workspaces every day. So I'm working on HTTP workspace. Okay. So let the Eclipse open. Okay, let the Eclipse open. Okay. So I also downloaded yesterday Selenium Java 2.44. I'll go to the folder where it is downloaded. So it is downloaded in my D column. So let me go to the folder where I have downloaded it. So I'm going to the folder where the Selenium Java 2.44 is installed. Okay. It is installed in the folder Selenium. Okay. Selenium latest jar. If you see, this is a zip file. Yesterday I installed it. Okay, and I unzipped the zip file. I think everybody also unzipped the zip file. And if you unzip the file, you see here 2 jar files. And also when you open lib file, you'll see these lib files. Okay, so this is the part what we have done yesterday. Now we are going to create a project, one Java project. Let's see. Close all. Okay. So when I'm clicking on the package explorer, see, I'm clicking on package explorer. In the package explorer, I'm creating a first project, which is for Selenium WebDriver. See, how do you create a project? Right click in the package explorer, select new, go to Java project. Okay, then type Selenium WebDriver. Okay, I'm giving the project name as Selenium WebDriver because I'm going to write the programs for WebDriver. So then I say finish. Okay, so once I create the project, what I'll do, I'll just expand it to see what is the content of the project. Let me expand the project. Okay, whenever I expand the project, I have to see one JRE system library that will come by default. So whenever you create a Java project, by default it shows JRE system library. Okay, so then your project is created successfully. That's the first part of condition you have to check. Whenever you create a project, Java project, it should show JRE system library. Yes, that is done. Then what I have to do after that, I have to right click on the project, go to build path, right click on the project, go to build path, say configure build path. I'm clicking on configure build path. Again, I'll show click on Package Explorer, create a project, right click on the project, select the project, right click on the project. Okay, go to build path, then go to configure build path. Okay, in the configure build path, you have to go to the tab libraries. You have to go to the tab called libraries. Once you go to the tab called libraries, then you click on add external jars. Click on button called add external jars. I clicked on it. Once I clicked on it, I have to go to the folder where this latest jar file Selenium Java 2.44.0 jar has been unzipped to the folder. I have to go there. I showed you I have unzipped the jar files in the Selenium latest jar folder. See, this is the file. I go there. Here you have to select Selenium Java 2.44.0. I'll select this file and I say open. When I say open, you see an entry in the library. The name is Selenium Java 2.44.0 jar. Okay. Then again I'm clicking on add external jar. Again I'm clicking on it. Then I'll go to the libs section. You see there is a libs folder available. Okay. Just double click on the libs folder. Okay. Then you say Control A, which will select all the jar files. These jar files are third-party jars which might be required for Selenium WebDriver. Okay, these are supporting jars. These are not part of Selenium, but these jars might help in execution of Selenium WebDriver programs. Okay, I select open. Then you see all the jar files available here. Then you say OK. Okay. Once you've done that, you see there is an entry called reference libraries. If you want, you can expand it. You can see what and all you have added. It will show in the reference libraries. Let's expand it. If you want to expand, you have to click on the arrow symbol. See, I clicked on it. It shows all the jar files, whatever you have added. And if you see the path, there is a path. This is the path where this jar file is there. And from there, we are trying to add this to the project. Okay, if anybody not able to follow, I'll share this video. Please follow this video. Okay, that's the reason we are recording this video. Okay, so once we create a project, once we add these jar files to the project, our job is done. Okay, then afterwards what we have to do? Okay, afterwards open Firefox. I'm opening on Firefox. I'm opening Firefox. As I told you yesterday, the Firefox version should be 33.0. How do we check the Firefox version? You press an Alt button, then you press Tools. See, Alt T, which will go Tools, or else Alt H. It will go to the Help section. Let's do one thing. Alt H button. Okay, in the Alt H button, you have to go to About Firefox. When you click on About Firefox, it shows the version of Firefox. Click on this. You see 33.0.2. Okay, this is the version of the Firefox. So what is the prerequisite? 33.0. Any version is fine. 33.0.1, 2, 3, 4. I don't bother. I mainly prefer 33.0. Okay. Apart from that, any version you have some 33.0.x. I don't bother. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, this is the prerequisite. So both the prerequisites are met. I have 2.44. I have Firefox version 33.0. Okay, and I have created a project and I added the jar files. My setup is done. This is a small setup which is required. You have to practice by your own because it will be helpful for you. Okay, so once I share the video, you try to do it hands-on. Try to follow the same video and do it. Okay. And one more point yesterday I didn't tell you. The point here is what happens in the case of Firefox is the Firefox, whenever there is a latest version released in the market, it will be updated automatically. Okay, it will be updated automatically. Any version is fine. 33.0, 33.1, anything is fine. 33 should be there. Okay, 33 version should be there. Yeah. So yesterday I didn't tell you one point. Okay, in the case of Firefox, what happens is, okay, if there is a latest version released, 34 version is released in the market, by default what happens is it will be updated. The Firefox is getting updated without knowing your presence. It will be updated. So when it is 34 version, again our Selenium programs will not work. So what you have to do to stop the updates? What you have to do to stop the updates? See what I have to do. See everybody. Go to Alt T. Go to Alt T. Alt T will open the menu bar. Go to Options. Go to Options. See here everyone. Focus. Alt T Options. Go to Content tab. Sorry, not the Content tab. Go to General tab. General or Advanced. Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Go to Advanced tab. Go to Advanced tab. In the Advanced tab, you see an Update tab. In the Update tab, you click here. Never check for updates. Not recommended. This is the radio button you have to select. Okay. So when you select this option, what happens? Whenever a new version is getting released, your Firefox will not getting updated. So everybody, once you install 33 version, you follow the same steps. Alt T, Options. Okay. Then go to Advanced section. Go to Update tab. Then select the checkbox. Select the checkbox. Never check for updates. Okay. Because till we complete our Selenium WebDriver programs, suppose for example there is a latest version 2.45 is released, you try to download 2.45 and try to see the change log. It shows what version it supports and try to install the latest version. So if you don't want latest version, just use it 2.44 with 33, it will work. It's up to you. Based upon your requirement, you can change both the things. When you change jar file, you have to change Firefox version. If you don't want to change, just select this never check for updates option, then it will work. Okay, in future also it will work because the jar file will not change, the Firefox will not change, it will work. Okay, so that's up to you. Decide if you want to install latest version. Just again check the Selenium HQ.site. Whenever there is a latest version, you can download, and also Firefox also needs to be upgraded. Okay, fine. So I'm ready. I have done my installation part. Now I'm going to start writing programs. If anybody has issues, anyway, I'll try to clarify in the Q&A session. Don't worry. Okay, let me go and start writing the programs. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start writing the first basic program like our Hello World program in Java. Basically, we will start with Hello World program, right? Similarly, I'll write some small program in Selenium. Let's see. Okay, so let's go to Eclipse again. Everybody knows, right? I start creating packages. Packages are more readability. Packages are for more understanding, right? That's it. That's my understanding only. I'm creating packages. Okay, select the source folder. Okay, fine. I'll go a little slow. Don't worry. I'm going little slow. Just see. See, this is the recording session. Okay, you can just go back and check. Okay. Or else I'll try to take up in the Q&A session because this is the installation part. Okay, let's do it afterwards of Q&A session. Okay, in the after the video session. Okay, don't worry. Okay, I'll go a little slow. Don't worry. So in the SRC folder, I'm creating a first program. Okay, so now almost I'll go a little slow. See, because I'm writing a small program. Let's see. See, I'm writing a one first program. Okay, once before I start creating a program, I'll say right click. A new, I'm creating one class. First, before I create a class, what I have told you, I'm creating a package. Let's create a package. So in Java also, I have created a packages, right? Let's create a package. So I'll keep the name of the package as say WebDriver. Some any name is fine. I'll just give WebDriver package name. Okay. I created a WebDriver package. So I am going to create a first Java program. I'm going to create a first Java program. In this Java program, I am going to write Selenium code, Selenium WebDriver code I am going to write. Okay. So how do you create a Java program? See, right click on the WebDriver, new, say new, right click on the WebDriver, say new, say class. Then I give the name as Google. Suppose for example, I am trying to automate a Google web page. Okay, I have a test case. What is the test case says? Try to open the Google page and try to check the title of the page. That is a manual test case I have written. Suppose for example, if I want to automate the same test case in Selenium, how I am going to do it? Let's see. Again I am saying, suppose for example, we have written a one manual test case. It has steps. What are the steps? It says to log into Google, open the Google page, try to check the title of the page. That is the test case. So if I want to automate the test case, how I am going to write the steps? Let's see. So let's keep the program name as Google test, because I am going to perform automation on the Google web page. Google test. Okay. Then as usual, everybody knows if I want to execute this program, I should require a main method, right? So let's write the main method. How to write? main and say control space. Okay, then select the first list, right? Enter, right? This is as usual, similar to Java also. In Selenium also we have to do the same thing. There is no change. Okay, the first line of statement I am going to write. See now the first line of statement for Selenium WebDriver. See, okay, the first line of statement I have written is WebDriver space driver is equal to new Firefox driver. Okay, so here we have to know two things. One is what is WebDriver. The second one is what is Firefox driver. These 2 points I should know. Okay, let's discuss about these 2 points. As I told you about interface, interface contains what's the answer? Interface contains 100% abstract methods. Okay, so what is the interface here? An interface is an block which contains 100% abstract methods. Here in this example, WebDriver is an interface. Okay, WebDriver is an interface. Let me write down here. WebDriver is an interface. Okay, then what is Firefox driver? Firefox driver is a class. Firefox driver is a class. Okay, so WebDriver is an interface, Firefox driver is a class. Then how it is possible WebDriver driver is equal to new Firefox driver? How it is possible? Because usually when we try to create an instance, we say Firefox driver is a class. Means how do you create an object? Firefox driver is equal to new Firefox driver, right? How do we create object? Class name object is equal to new class name. That's what I do it. But right now what I have done, interface reference is equal to new class name. How it is possible? Because in Java, if any class which is implementing an interface, then we can write interface reference is equal to new class name. What does it mean? Let me write the third point. Firefox driver is a class. I'm repeating. Let me write down the point. See, Firefox driver is a class, implements WebDriver interface. Okay. So if a class which is implementing an interface, then we can write as interface reference variable is equal to new class name. That is the logic. Okay. So this is valid in Java. Again, I'm telling you, WebDriver is an interface. Okay. Then Firefox driver is a class. Okay. WebDriver is an interface means WebDriver contains 100% abstract methods. Okay. These abstract methods are going to be implemented by some class. So Firefox driver is a class which is implementing this WebDriver interface. Okay. So if any class which is implementing an WebDriver interface, WebDriver interface, then we can write as interface reference variable is equal to new class name, means WebDriver driver is equal to new Firefox driver. Okay. Are you able to get it? Everyone, if you have any doubt, let me know. I'll repeat it again because this is a very important point. The first line, you say ABC, this is the A, the first point. Okay. So this is the one. Every program from today onwards, whatever I write, the first line of statement is WebDriver driver is equal to new Firefox driver. This is the first line of statement. So you have to remember, okay, then you have to recollect. Remember and recollect that Firefox driver is a class, WebDriver is an interface. Firefox driver is a class which is implementing this WebDriver interface. That's the reason I'm writing like this. Okay. Yes. Good. Okay. Good point. Okay. Where is this interface is defined? Where is this class is defined? If you see there is an error. If you see there is an error red mark, it is saying that you try to import the package where this interface is defined, where this class is defined, right? You have to import. This is the logic we do, right? Suppose for example in the case of file, what is a package I import? java.io.file. Suppose for example I use linked list, what is a package I import? java.util. Suppose for example if I use integer class, java.lang, that's a default package. Even if you don't import, it is not an issue. So importing packages are very important because this WebDriver is an interface available in some package, right? So we know the shortcut. How do you organize imports? How do you organize imports? What is the shortcut for that? I already told you so many times. What is the shortcut for organizing imports? Control Shift O. Okay, O can be, O is smaller. Okay, you need to type bigger. Okay, uppercase. Just say Control Shift O. That's it. You don't need to bother. When I say Control Shift O, it is saying that WebDriver is an interface available in the package org.openqa.selenium. Okay, openqa.selenium. So at least you have to remember the package name because we are trying to use Java from so many days. So we can easily remember java.io for IO operations, java.util for linked list and all these things. So, but what is a package in Selenium WebDriver? org.openqa.selenium is a package which contains a WebDriver interface. At least you have to remember one package name just for our understanding. Okay, just for understanding, org.openqa.selenium. Okay, and org.openqa.selenium.firefox, that is for the Firefox driver class. Okay, I'm done. I have written a first line of statement. What I'm going to do right now, see what happens when you write WebDriver driver is equal to new Firefox driver. When you write WebDriver driver is equal to new Firefox driver, it will try to open one Firefox browser. Again, when you write WebDriver driver is equal to new Firefox driver, it will open one Firefox browser and driver has a focus on that browser. The WebDriver has a focus on it. Okay, so let me execute this program. When I execute this program, what happens? See, I execute the program. It's asking for Java application. So I executed. Actually, when you try to execute the program, it will take at least 1 or 2 minutes to open the Firefox browser. Okay, so you can check the console also. I'll show the console. See, I'll double click on the console. So it will show any information. If there is an issue in opening the browser, it will show the logs here. Okay, so it will take some time, but still it is not at open. Once it is open, I'll let you know. This is not the one. Let it open. This is I open manually. Let the Firefox opens by the program. I think it will take at least 2-3 minutes of time. Depends upon the speed of your laptop also. Hello, are you able to hear me? Okay, cool, fine. I think what I mean to say is it will take some time. Sometimes it will try to take 2 minutes or 3 minutes, depends upon the speed of your laptop. Okay, so we have to wait. I think still not yet open. Let it open. Okay, I'll show the program once because anyway it is taking time to open. Please focus on this program. Any doubts, type in the chart window so that I can proceed with the next line. Meanwhile, let it open. So I think it opened. Everybody is able to see, right? It opened on Firefox browser, right? But everybody is able to see, right? But if you see, the address is blank. I didn't mention what address URL or what URL you want me to open. I didn't mention that. I just mentioned open a Firefox browser. Open a Firefox browser. But if you want to open this browser with a URL, particular URL, we have to write as driver.get. And we have to pass the URL, which URL you want to use to open this browser. Again, I'm saying, when I say WebDriver, driver is equal to new Firefox driver, it will open a browser. Just listen, actually people have an idea, people have an understanding that when I say driver.get, the browser will be open. No. When you say WebDriver, driver is equal to new Firefox driver, at that point only browser will be opened. But if you want to open the browser with a particular URL, say google.com, so I have to write as, see, driver.get. I have to pass the URL. When you try to pass the URL, you have to mention specifically HTTP. If you mention www.google.com, it will not work. You have to mention what kind of protocol. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. You have to mention whether it is a HTTP or HTTPS. Clearly mention it, then only the browser will open with that URL. Otherwise, the browser will be opened only. The URL will not be loaded. Google.com. Again, I'm saying a lot of people does the same mistake. HTTP is very important. If you miss it, it will open the browser, but it will not load that URL. Now what happens? I'll do one thing. Let me execute this program. Okay. I'm closing the Firefox again. I'm running the program again. See how to run the program? See here, say run Google text. Let it run. What happens? Let's see. It will take 2 to 3 minutes of time. Let it open. Yes, suppose for example I want to open Facebook. Okay, Facebook, if you are able to open using HTTP, you have to give http://www.facebook.com. Okay, let it open. I'm opening the console to see whether any error messages are coming. I open console also to check whether any messages are coming. So I think what I'm trying to do is I'll try to execute by writing few more commands. Then I'll take a control of everybody's laptop and I'll help you today. Okay, because I want to do the setup, everything ready for the next class. So I'll try to spend time today, more time to resolve issues and try to make it working in everybody's laptop. So it will be ready for the next session properly. Okay. Okay, from here I'm opening console file. Okay, let's see. Suppose for example, by mistake I close the console. Okay, see, go to window. You can check if you are able to open. If you open Eclipse, check, follow the same steps as similar to me. Go to window, show view, click on console. Again I'm saying window, show view, click on console. If the console is not showing here, then you have to go to other and type console. If it is not showing the list, okay, and it will show in the general part, select console, say okay. Okay, that's it. I think still Firefox not yet open, because what happens is there's a concept in the case of profiles. Okay, for Firefox I'll explain afterwards, but let it open. I think it opened Firefox and it is showing the URL also. Okay, so www.http://google.com I gave, but it is showing as https://www.google.co.in. Okay, there's a small question I'll ask you here. The Firefox opens with the URL, it opens a google.com. Fine. There's a small point here, I'll explain you just for understanding purpose, not for Selenium perspective. I am trying to give google.com, but when it opens, it is showing google.co.in. So what is the reason behind it? Anybody knows why it is showing instead of google.com it is showing so what is the reason? Okay, fine. So fine. So what happens here is when the request comes from any location, it will try to check from which location it is coming and try to redirect the request to the particular server located nearby location. So we'll get that URL. This we called as server redirection. Okay. So this is a concept in the HTTP. Server redirection happens. Okay. This is called a server redirection. Okay. Fine. Yes, server redirection happens now. So I am able to open the browser. Now, if you see the title, anybody see the title of the page? What is the title of the Google page? The title of the Google page, you can find it here. The title of the Google page is Google, capital Google. What is the title of the Google page? Capital Google. So I have a test case to check the title of the page. As a manual tester, I open the browser, I enter the URL, I check the Google manually. But I already automated 2 steps. What are 2 steps automated? Open the browser, enter this URL. The third step, what I have to automate? To get the title. So whatever the manual tester is doing, I am doing as automation tester. What I am doing now, I need to get the title of this page. How to get the title of this page? Let's see. Okay. If you want to get the title of the page, which is called Google in this scenario, we have to call a method called driver.getTitle. What is the method? Driver.getTitle is the method we have to call in this scenario. Okay. One more point. when I place a mouse pointer on get, what is the return type of this method? How do you recognize methods? I told you recognizing the methods happens using parenthesis. Here there is a parenthesis, right? And get is a non-static method. Get title is a non-static method because using objects we can call non-static methods. That's what we are doing now also. Fine. Now I'm placing a mouse pointer on get. Can anybody tell me what is the return type of the get method? I'm placing mouse pointer. I want return type of the get method. Let's place mouse pointer on the get method. What is the return type of the get method? What is the return type of the get method? Again, the return type of the get method is void. So when the method is returning void, see if you see here, so anybody who is not following, just see here, you see the void thing. This is the return type. Means methods which are returning anything or which are not returning anything, it's called void. So we never store any value which returns by void. But let's see on the get title. Let's place a mouse pointer on get title. What is the get title is returning? Get title is returning a string. So if it is returning a string, so we have to store that value in a string only. So what I have to do now? See, I have to store the value in a string. See, string title is equal to driver dot get title. So what is the content of the title? How do we check the content of the title? We have to print that title and see the content of the title. So in the runtime, it will go and open the browser and it will enter the URL and it will get the title and it will store in the title variable and try to print it. That's what it happens. Okay, that's what it happens. So let me print this now. Let me print the title. How to print the title? We use a system.out.println to print the title. See, okay, title is title. Okay, so when you try to run, what happens? The browser will be opened, the URL will be entered, the title will be returned and it will be printed as Google. Okay, I'm explaining one more point here, the most important point. You are trying to open the browser with the URL google.com. What is a guarantee that the page is opened successfully? The guarantee that the page is opened successfully is whenever you are able to fetch the title as Google, that means the page is loaded successfully. If the page is not loaded successfully, you will not get title. So what is the confirmation that page is successfully opened in the real-time scenarios? If the title is able to get it, if you are able to fetch the title of the page, then see that page is opened successfully. That's the understanding. Okay, that's understanding. Okay, fine. So how many methods we have seen? Can anybody tell me what are the method names and how many methods we have seen now? We have seen two methods, get and get title. Get method takes a URL as a string. Get title doesn't take any arguments but returns a string as a return type. So we have seen two methods. Okay, we are just invoking the methods. So we'll focus on few more methods. Let's see few more methods. I'll try to write few more methods for understanding. Let's see. Driver dot get current URL. This is a method which will retrieve the URL of the web page. So in this case, what is URL? Driver www.google.co.in, not the com, because when you say com, it is changed automatically. So when you say get current URL, it means that it will give the title, it will give the URL of the page. Yeah, I'll run it. 1 second. I'll run it because when I run, what happens? It is taking more time. That's the reason after writing this, I'll run now. Let's see. Okay. So I'll run now. Anyway, I'll run now. 1 second. Again, I want to tell one more point. Okay. How do we confirm that page is open successfully? Again, I'm repeating the point. If you are able to see the title in the console, if you print the title and if you get the title as Google, the page is loaded successfully. And or else, if you are able to get the URL and able to print the URL in the console, that means page is loaded successfully. So in any case, I can use a title or I can use a current URL to make sure that yes, the page is loaded successfully. I can confirm the page is loaded successfully. Okay, fine. Let me run this program. Yeah, I'll show in the console. Sure, definitely I'll show in the console. I'm double clicking on the console. See the console, everybody. It will take time to open Firefox. Once it opens the Firefox, it enters the URL. It will get the title. It will get the current URL. So all these things it will be done. Okay. So after doing this, we will see another two more methods in this program, which is get page source, which will get the source of the page, and the close method, which will close the browser. Because we are opening a browser, who will close it? I have to close it. So we have to use a method called close to close the browser. Okay, so another two methods we'll see. So it will be total 5 we are going to see now in this program. Let it open. It's taking time to open the browser. So that's the reason I always run after writing at least some 3-4 methods, because it takes time to open the browser and to print the data in the console. Yes, from next time onwards we'll do that. But if you want to better understanding, we have to make it more simple. Means we have to write one method and try to see the output. That is one way. But let's see, as much as you can try to make it more and try to execute it. Let's see. I think still it is not at open. Let's see how much time it will take to open. So once you are able to see the output in the console, it means that it is running fine. See, it is open now. It will open the browser. See, once it opens the browser, let's go to console now. So what's the title here? The title is Google. The URL is google.co.in. So everybody is able to see the console, right? That is what we are expecting, right? That's what we got it. Fine, cool. I think we have seen 3 methods: get title, get current URL. I'm going to explain 2 more methods. Let's see. Suppose, for example, everybody knows how to see the view source of the HTML page. How do you see the view source of the HTML page? Open google.com. See, right click. See, everybody, how to see the page source? View page source. Again, I'm saying open the google.com page, right click. I'm clicking on the mouse, right click, then go to view page source. This is the page source for that HTML page. Means first developer has to write the HTML script, then he has to save that file as HTML extension, then you have to open that HTML file using any browser. If you open that browser, it will open like this. So what is the background for this HTML page? View. So if you see this, that page source, this is the page source, this is the background for that. So in Selenium, they have given one more method to retrieve the page source also, which is not required, but just for understanding, we are seeing there is one more method called get page source, which will retrieve the source of that HTML page. What is that? Get page source. So let me go here. I'll write down here. What is the method? Get page source. Okay. What the get page source is returning, let's see. We don't require this. Just for understanding, suppose for example, see, all these things are for confirmation that the page is loaded successfully. If you are able to see page source means yes, the page is loaded successfully. Those are all confirmation for us to make sure that page is open successfully. Apart from that, there is no use. Title is required because some test cases you use title, right? But current URL, page source, all just for understanding. Page source is, we never use page source. Okay, just for to understand that, to see that the content is available, the page source is available. So see the page source also returns a string. Okay, these methods are available in the WebDriver interface, which are abstract implemented in the Firefox driver class. Then tell me what is the answer for this question. The question is they are defined in Selenium or Java? When I say these methods are available in WebDriver interface and which are abstract implemented by Firefox driver class, then it is Selenium. That's it. We are seeing Selenium methods. We are seeing Selenium WebDriver methods, not Selenium methods. Selenium WebDriver methods. Okay, driver dot get page source. See, these methods everybody has to by heart it. There is no other way. Please try to by heart the methods, because we are going to start seeing at least 30 methods we are going to cover. At least 30 methods we are going to cover. So every method, when I say title, how do you retrieve a title of the page? You should tell me, yes, get title is a method available in Selenium which retrieves the title, which returns a string. So you should tell me like that. Then that is what it is required. Okay, so then driver dot close. I am opening the browser, so if I want to close the browser, driver dot close. Okay, this is how you write the programs. Okay, so what is the first line of statement? WebDriver driver is equal to new Firefox driver. If you want to open facebook.com, when you say driver.get http://www.facebook.com, then if you want to get the title of the facebook.com, say driver.get title. If you want to get the current URL of the Facebook, driver.get current URL. Page source, get the page source of the Facebook, and close. Right? So these are the 5 methods which we have covered just now. Okay. Then I'll just give some overview of okay, before we go and start seeing Q&A session. Okay, I'm going to explain one more point. Okay, so from today onwards, what we are planning to do is we are planning to see some HTML examples, because I'm going to send some HTML examples to everyone. Okay, so if you see these are the examples. I think everybody is able to see examples. These HTML examples are written by me. Okay, these I'm going to use from today onwards to start performing automation on it. Because why? Because this is in my control. Means, suppose for example, if I want to change anything, I can change that. That's the reason I have written these pages, and I am going to use these pages for automation, right, from today onwards. Okay, I'm opening login page.html. Anyway, I'll send all these HTML files as a zip file. You have to extract it and keep it with you. These files we have to interact, so you have to require these HTML pages. So I'm opening HTML page, login page.html. Right click on that, say open with Firefox. I always open with Firefox because I'm trying to automate Firefox browser. Open Firefox. Okay, Firefox browser. When I open Firefox browser with this login page.html, everybody is able to see, right? Username, password, login. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm selecting the login page.html, right click. I'll send this file to you, everyone. Right click, open with Firefox browser. I'm just opening with Firefox browser. Right click, open with Firefox browser. See, so what I mean to say, so now, like from next class onwards, we have to see the programs, how do we interact with the login page? Suppose for example, I gave a login page to you, asked you to automate it. How do you automate? That's the objective. Suppose for example, I want to enter the text as here as Sudhir and password as some welcome 123 something and say login. So that is how you try to do manually, but I'll try to do the same thing using automation. Okay. Okay. So there is some prerequisite. Whoever has done installation of Firefox 33, okay, I'm going to share some two links with everyone. Let me access the links. I'll share these links in the chart window. Please try to access it in the Firefox only. Open Firefox and access these links. Firebug. I'm sending this link to everyone. Open the Firefox and copy this URL in the Firefox. So I'm sending to everyone. Please try to click on the link and or copy this link and open in Firefox. Please do it with me. Once everybody is able to open this URL in Firefox, let me know so that I'll proceed. Your Firefox version should be 33. If the Firebug is already installed, you don't need to worry. Wait. Just follow it what I'm saying. Everybody is able to open right in Firefox. Once everybody is able to open that in Firefox, that URL, you have to click on add to Firefox. Okay, whoever has installed it's okay, not an issue. If don't install it, I think you are saying installing. See, the Firebug should work on 2.44. If you are installing older versions and if you try to install the Firebug, it works. But 44 version requires the latest version of Firebug. Check it. So everybody has to click on add to Firefox. When you say add to Firefox, it will install some plugins. Okay, and once it is done, you have to check here. There is a icon here. See, there's an icon, right? The bug icon. So you have to click on it. Let me know once you have done that. So how do we check it's installed? You see there is a pointer. I'm showing the pointer, mouse pointer. You see an icon here. Okay. Or else this is the easiest way. Or else there is another way. Alt F. How do you know Firebug is installed or not? You check Alt F. Alt F. Go to tools. Go to add-ons. Tools, add-ons. How do we check? So you check here in the extensions. If you see Firebug there, it is installed. Okay. Already pasted the link for the Firebug website. Try to access the link in the Firebug and try to click on add to Firefox. Yes, 2.0.6. Yes, if you are able to see the same thing, right? That's what I'm showing now. If everybody is able to do Firebug, please update in the chart window so that I'll proceed further. I expect few more responses. Okay, cool. So once you've done the installation, when you click on this icon, it shows a drop down in the bottom. You need to add to Firefox. When you click on the button, it will add it automatically. You said just click on the button. Just click on the add to Firefox, it will add. And it shows an icon here. When you click on the icon here, it shows a drop down. So it shows one console in the window of this web page. You see console, HTML, CSS, all these things will be shown in the down of the page. Everybody is able to see that in their laptops the same way what I'm saying. Click on add to Firefox. Click on add to Firefox. Yeah, and close the Firefox and open. Suppose for example it might be a suppose for example if it is not showing the icon here, everyone, if it's not showing the icon after installation, do this Alt T, go and check, it might show here. Check in the tools, it might show there. If it is not showing the icon there, check in the tools section, it might show there. After installation also it is not showing in the place where I showed you, just check in the tools section. For you it is, whoever is showing a separate window, you can just, you see a small icon there, I'll show you. You see a small icon there, there is a plus, there is a symbol here. You just click on the symbol, it will try to activate and just add it to the browser. Okay, or else wait for that Q&A session, I'll help you. It's just temporary, no need to worry about console and all. Okay, don't worry about the consoles. Okay, in tools it is showing. The Firebug icon it is showing as deactivated, means you have installed the older version of Firebug. That's what I'm saying. Whoever it is installed, again install it, not an issue, because we are using 33 version. If you don't follow these steps, it will be deactivated because you are using a older version of Firefox. That time you have installed Firebug. Now you are installing a Firefox new version. So I have to install a Firebug new version. Okay, I'll paste the link once again. Okay, somebody missed it. Let me copy paste it. Okay, sure, definitely. I'll try to see you in the Q&A session. One more point. Once, okay, I want to show you one more point. Once the Firebug is done, okay, I'm just showing. I'll stop the recording. That's the reason I'm explaining one more point. So once the Firebug is done, so you have to access one more URL. I'll show you. Go to Google. Okay, go to Google. Once the Firebug installation is done, go to Google. Just type Firepath. Firepath. After installation of Firebug, this you have to do it. Don't do it for the first time. First do Firebug, then you have to download Firepath. When you click on Firepath, you click on this link. Okay. Once you click on this link, you say add to Firefox. Once you are done with it, okay. Once you are done with add to Firefox, okay, you do one thing. You expand the bug, expand this again. You see one option called Firepath. Okay, this comes once you install Firepath plugin. Okay, fine. So that is how you have to do it. I'll share this video with everyone. Okay, just follow it up. Okay, so first you have to install Firebug, then you have to install Firepath. Okay, these two are plugins of Firefox. Okay, fine.